Hi, bestie. Welcome back to Officially Girl House.
We're here.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Rebrand unlocked.
We hope you love it. First of all, we have merch.
If you can
Little
see
Girl
on
House
YouTube.
tees, which are just very cute. We made them a little see-through sheer but cozy, so you can have them for the beach. You can have them. They're like all-weather tees, really, but they're just like the perfect basic tee fit.
We've been wearing them nonstop to the
yeah,
beach
I
to
know.
sleep.
I don't want to say they're anything like absolutely out of this world special, but they're just like
Cozy.
yeah, I love them.
Entering fall, a little cozy tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to come out with little tote bags later, which might be cutie. And we have a lot of fun stuff on the way. But before we even get into the rebrand, I think the most important thing we need to talk about is you have now most likely seen our biggest surprise. We are throwing a Girl House Bestie meetup at La Cabana.
I am so excited. We have been talking about this for so long.
Yeah, and
I
it's
can
been
barely
really
breathe.
hard. Like, we've been wanting to tell you so bad, but
And every time we go, we're just like so excited for them to meet you all, and
Yeah.
just like it's
they're
gonna be
also
the
going
best
to be
of
shook
both
because
worlds.
it's either just us or like us
Yeah.
and one random man, or me and one random man. Like, they're
Yeah,
going to
we're
be
really happy to tell them we have friends.
Yeah. And it's just going to be so great. I've reached out to a ton of brands, and we're going to make little goodie bags for you. And I'm only reaching out to brands that I love and know that you will love. So there's going to be amazing goodie bags there.
Spicy margs.
Spicy margs, classic margs. We're going to have appetizers
Guac.
served. They're going to have a guac table. Like, I'm really
It's
excited.
gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Basically, we're renting out the entire back space. So there's a back patio, and then there's like a back bar, and we've never been in the bar
I was just
before.
gonna say I am so excited because
Yeah.
it's not accessible to the public. It's not like a
It's
sit down
just
bar,
for events.
and we've always wanted to go.
Yeah.
So I mean, really,
So-
this is just
I'm
Oh,
so excited. I will say, so tickets went on sale probably as you've seen this. Hopefully, assuming everything went smoothly, tickets are on sale right now.
fingers crossed.
September 23rd from 6 to 9. We will see you there, and we cannot wait. Tickets are on sale. I wish we could give the tickets just for completely free, but I will say the price we have them at, we really, really put a lot of thought into it, and I am still paying quite a big chunk out of pocket for this event, so we wanted to make it as affordable and fair as possible, but also it's a lot to host an event, so
Yeah, let's just say
yeah.
La Cabana didn't really cut us a deal.
yeah. No, but I
But-
wanted to make it as affordable as possible, and this is
That
I
being
am
said,
yeah,
it's literally like a party.
no,
Like if you often don't have like things to do, plans to go to,
Yeah.
it would be so scary to like go by yourself to something, but all we're going to be doing is mingle. And like
Yeah.
I hope everyone
No.
makes friends. I hope
And
we
it's
make friends. Like
all
I'm so
just-
excited.
yeah, it's all just besties.
And I mean,
I'm just
back bar to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I know, I'm so excited. So we hope you want to come to our party, and we cannot wait to see. This is the first party I've ever thrown.
I know, right?
So I'm like not a party girl.
I know.
I'm a party girl, but I don't, parties make me uncomfortable. If like
Well, we're
I mean,
in it
it's-
together.
Yeah, we're in it together.
and you're all going to be there, and hopefully this can become a thing. Like, hopefully La
no, I
Cabana-
want this to like actually legitimately become a thing.
So, first ever,
Yeah,
September 23rd.
I'm just so excited.
I can't believe like
and-
people know this. It's crazy.
I know.
We've been planning this for literally so long.
Yeah,
It's
there's
crazy.
a lot of thought and a lot of detail going into it, and I am just we cannot wait for you to get there, and goodie bags, mingling, drinks. I mean, what
You're
more?
going to
that's-
become hooked on La Cabana if you've never
Yeah.
been. Also, that I will. That's my one warning.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't know if you said this yet, but it is 21 plus this time.
Yeah.
Just because it's like there's going to be drinks flowing, and we don't want La Cabana to get in trouble or anything. So we're going to do events in the future. I think we're going to I want this to become a thing. So we're going to do things in the future that are not just 21 plus, but for this first event. I'm sorry
21
for the
plus.
besties that aren't 21 that want to come, but it is going to have to be 21 plus. But I promise there will be things in the future that you can come to. And yeah, I think that's basically, are we missing
Basically, it's
anything?
going to be the best day of our lives. I'm
Yeah.
not even being dramatic.
Yeah.
I just like, I cannot wait.
And like I
It's so
said,
close.
just one more time, like I promise you the ticket is worth the like we are going to make it.
We actually debated this for
Yeah.
so long. Not that we need to like explain it, but like
Yeah.
we really went like, how can we make this possible?
Yeah. I think that's the gist of everything, and we can't wait to see you there. And can't wait to see what comes in the future, and just thank you for being here.
I am just so happy to be a part of this community and to start being the Girl House community. I'm just like so happy, and what a special time.
Also, we're just so happy we did the reshoot, because maybe one day for fun we'll show you the photos that we actually posted some, but those were the best of the best.
Yeah.
We went into the first shoot with no vision at all, really, and we just got some kind of random photos that just didn't really
translate.
They didn't translate.
Yeah.
But we didn't even really have a concept, to be honest.
Well, our concept never even came to fruition. That's really what happened.
Yeah. But anyway, we did an amazing reshoot.
Yeah, the place you found was incredible.
It was.
You could not have picked a better place.
Literally, because like Girl House, like the vibe of it, we want it to be cozy. We kind of went off like Malibu Barbie, hence like the font on the shirts, and hence the dollhouse theme. But we just wanted to keep it. I mean, I think the main thing about Girl House is it's just cozy and comfy, and for the girlies in a safe space. Like we're welcoming you to our property every Friday, and I hope you feel the coziness and safeness that we want to provide for you.
Yeah, and any topics ever, I feel like we should open this up more.
Yeah.
Well, you always do your Q&As boxes, but any topics you want to hear, really anything, like, it's just getting started. It's just so crazy. It's finally here.
It's like a whole new chapter.
Yeah, new era. And by the way, as we're recording, it's the super blue moon.
Yeah,
it's super crazy like new era.
No, it's so crazy because
it's pretty cool.
That's actually really on topic with what we're going to talk to you about today.
Yeah.
Like I was reading last night as well that like this blue moon is supposed to be all about like making changes in your health and your career and your habits, and like really like gearing up and getting ready to go. And basically, today's episode, we wanted to talk with you about, first of all, I want to give like a quick trigger warning. We are going to be talking about like binging behavior. So if that is triggering to you in any way, I absolutely understand. And there will be many more episodes. This will probably be the only episode where we ever talk about like unhealthy eating habits. So if that is something that you don't feel comfortable listening to, we will be back here for you next week and totally understand and love you so much. With that being said, Celia and I, for like the longest time, we like, I won't speak for you, but like I also know you, like we don't really have a healthy relationship with food or alcohol, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if this is triggering to say, but we
already gave the trigger warning.
Okay, so basically it's just so wild because I'm not trying to like sound naive or anything, but I just never thought that we really had like a disorder ever. And it still feels like we don't, but we have a severe issue with binging, and that's just like when we actually said, I think it was you that said it, it was just like, wow.
No, it's like,
and it's not like a light matter at all, obviously, but it's just so wild to actually realize it for what it is.
Well, because I feel like binging is like a more like like you and I just think we're having fun, but the problem is normal. Like we both have an issue where like if for any emotion really we use it as an excuse to binge, and like it's not like normal binges. We eat until we're sick, and it takes us like month to 2 months to sometimes year-long bender binges.
Well, that's
to like push us to stop,
literally. And that's the craziest thing I was thinking about when you said that. I remember like many episodes back when we were talking about vodka pasta, and you were like, oh, it's not bad for you. And I was like, yeah, I know, but remember when I was eating it every single night for over a month? Because it was the only thing in my life that was good. Not to be dramatic, but it was the only thing that gave me a good serotonin feeling. And that I think would be considered. And like I would eat the entire bag until I was sick. And I think when I actually say that out loud, then you realize like, yeah, this is not really great.
Yeah, I too, like just especially when I'm feeling sad or anxious, I have always gone to treating that or like curing that, fixing that with food.
Me too, yeah.
And like because I love eating so much, I think like, oh, I have a healthy relationship with food, but I eat until I feel absolutely like so sick, and like I've never thought that was not normal to do, but it's actually like very abnormal. And I think the problem with both of us is we are very like all or nothing girls. Like we either take it super super insane and like almost get like a little healthy restrictive, or we just binge like crazy. And like
the other issue is
the
I'm
alcohol.
just projecting for us. If we are like going so crazy that we feel like, okay, enough is enough, then we try to go cold turkey and just like go super healthy, when like in reality we just need to live in moderation. But it's so hard
like
to do.
the thing we do too, before we decided to go cold turkey, we're like, okay, one last massive binge.
The amount of times we've said one last is
and then we
outrageous.
But like it's not like a normal, it's like insane.
I feel weird even saying this. Like I feel like if my sister listens to this episode, she's gonna be like, what?
Yeah, same with anyone who knows.
Yeah. But I also feel like it is this thing between us, if we're being completely honest with you, where we totally instigate. It's totally
if
remember we were talking about like how you are who you surround yourself with. It feels so normal because we're both like
we egg
like,
each other
let's do something fun, we're having a bad day, let's go to La Cabana. I love La Cabana, but we don't need to be like drinking.
And once again, we're not saying going to La Cabana is bad, eating out is bad. We're saying like
to cure.
And we don't eat normal amounts at La Cabana. We eat until we're absolutely sick. And I think on top of that...
Well, no, we've gotten better, actually, about La Cabana. But
we have recently. But I think also, like, on top of that, I would never want to say, like, I have an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. But I do think that we do... Really,
this is the other issue.
Like that makes me more uncomfortable to say. Like, I don't
same.
Really feel
I have
comfortable.
Alcoholism on both sides of my family. As do you, right?
Yeah.
Or at least one side. Not to air out your business.
I don't. Definitely on one side. I don't know about both sides.
I do on both sides. Runs deep, and I never would consider myself to have an issue with alcohol. But the issue with us is that we do go, and I'm admitting I haven't this issue, is that we go through phases where it's like. We don't even realize we're on a bender because we say we'll have one glass of wine, then it turns to 2.5, and then it's every single night, and then it's like we don't feel good ever. Yeah. And this only happens for like a month period at a time, and then all of a sudden we really snap out of it, and we're like, what stop. The hell?
Yeah. Well,
it's so interesting. This happens like once every 6 months, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, what pushed us to the point this past time
we always have an excuse.
Yeah.
It's we got to feel good.
Yeah.
So let's do anything we can to feel good. Which again, I'm all for giving yourself grace. I'm not saying that negatively at all. It's just the way that we take it too far.
But there's healthier ways to handle your emotions than like.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
like,
I fear I'll always lean. Yeah, it's hard.
Well, we need to. That's the thing. Well, first I will say what led us to like reaching this past point. And I don't want to like have anyone twist this and say that I'm an alcoholic because I already have Reddit threads saying that. It's nothing like that. We just don't do things in moderation. Like it's not like
even the eating thing. Like I could hear people being so annoying, but you have to understand it's like not people being so annoying, but thinking we're so annoying.
Yeah.
But it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like the way that we're doing these things is just why are you looking at me? It's just
because I was saying
words.
The opposite thing. I'm just worried I'm portraying us as alcoholics, and that's not the case.
I'd say we're neither. I'd say we just don't know when. We don't, again, like you said, we don't do anything in moderation. I don't know if this is an uncomfortable topic or I'm just not eloquent, but we don't do anything in moderation.
And so what led us to like our most recent point where we were like, we need to reel it back a little bit is last weekend after I was ghosted. And we just had a weird weekend. We went out to breakfast.
To be fair, this was not our fault.
Not our fault.
And it ruined everything. Oh my God.
No, it got us to the point where we are now.
It was good.
But we went to this restaurant and got breakfast, and we both got like one Bloody Mary. Mm-hmm. And then we got a mimosa, and then
which, by the way, I'm pretty sure we were only gonna get one Bloody Mary. I feel like he I'm not saying this like to lie out of my ass, but I really feel like he suggested.
A mimosa.
Okay.
He asked for another drink, and I said, "Oh, sure, I'll get a mimosa."
Oh, okay.
But then our Sunday, where we were just going to go to breakfast and then
Go to
like
the beach.
go to the
literally.
beach or do something productive, I don't know, turned into
And I never drink on a Sunday.
yeah, our waiter loved us and just he brought us mimosa after mimosa after mimosa. I mean, we closed out and he just kept bringing us more and more and more. And then
it was shocking.
4 p.m. and we are like plastered on a Sunday.
Honestly, I don't know why he was doing that. It was a little weird and Reddit. He was just being nice.
No, he was so
He
sweet.
was being so nice, but like we actually had to cut him off. We were like, no, we're good at this point because we had probably
it
had
was
like a
nothing
bottle
about
of
him.
champagne
He was
each.
really, really kind.
It was just like, why? It was really nice.
Because he liked us. And actually, I told him I was having a rough day. And then he gave us a whole speech. Like, it was very sweet.
It was just a lot. And that's another thing. I try not, like, I feel like sometimes I'm too harsh about this, not drinking the day before work.
Yeah.
And when I realized I was drinking every single day that week because I felt so hungover, I had to have a glass of wine to feel better before I went to bed.
Yeah.
That's when it's gone too far. And then I wake up groggy the next day and like we both were recovering through like Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Like that's not normal.
No. And like, yeah, I got to the point this month where I have had a glass of wine every single night with dinner. But yeah, the whole point being like this past month, like we've been binging like crazy and you're 27. I'm about to turn.
Thanks.
I'm about to turn 27. We're too old for this behavior. And like clearly, obviously it's much more deep rooted than, oh, we just like to eat and we need to like have moderation. We need to learn to handle our emotions without in healthier ways. But I feel like I do at the same time. Like
honestly same.
I walk and I breathe and I don't know. Like
oh, that will be a great clip.
Yeah.
No, I think what kind of hit me too. Well, are you looking for your thought?
No, go ahead.
What really shocked me, right? So basically you've been dating and it just kind of, I don't remember if it was me or you that said it, but it was kind of like, how on earth are we going to be
I said that, yeah.
attracting men, let alone successful, if we're drinking every day?
Yeah.
And again, this was like a month bender. You don't need to call us alcoholics or anything crazy, but this also has happened previously for like a month. Like it always goes on a little too long and then it's like, okay, we need to like get in, fix it up. And like you've barely, not to shade you, but you haven't been posting as much. Like,
well, that's a whole different reason.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I've been wanting to post, I haven't been doing it. Like we just have spent so many hours drinking to feel better because we've been hungover. It's like this continuous cycle. And it's like we're looking for all these things and we're these great people, but it doesn't show through when it's covered in a mask of drinking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, would you want to go up to someone at the bar if they've been drinking for something? Like, I don't know.
I've got to say, I took credit for that. I actually made that point.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean,
it just hit me. I was like, whoa. Like, it's just so weird because I never view us like that. Not to be like,
me neither.
Weird, but yeah.
Well, because we're also 27.
Yeah.
Like, it's also normal to go out and get drunk. But I think the thing that, like, we need to work on is, like, this, now that we've realized this, like, I don't want to completely cut and stop drinking. We just need to be, because that's another thing we'll do. Like, a few months ago, like, you were with us when we went on our, like, complete, like.
But the reason we did that was because we took it too far.
No, I know, but that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
Like, now when we take it too far, we shouldn't just completely cut ourselves off. Because when we do the complete opposite halt and we don't let ourselves do anything, then it leads to another bender. Like, we just need to learn how to do things in moderation and be mindful. Yeah, that's what I mean. We cut ourselves off too much.
We went and we didn't drink or eat anything like unhealthy for the entire month of April and May. And we just told ourselves, like, the weekend Jamie comes, we're going to have so much fun. The weekend Jamie comes, we're going to have so, like, obviously we had fun before that, but I mean, like, we're going to drink a lot and go out and whatnot.
And I think when you got back, I was so excited you were back.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with last weekend, remember? Because you were gone for 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Not to be dramatic. Then you came back and I just remember this weekend you were like, oh my gosh, like, this is what a Sunday should feel like. Like, we've been so drunk on Sundays. I'm like, you do realize we weren't together the previous 2 Sundays. It was literally just last Sunday where we were overserved.
Well, we took it really far last Sunday.
That was that's what sent us into this whole spiral.
But yeah, I think like, and I don't really know necessarily the right steps, but I think we just need to learn to really be mindful instead of just drinking to drink because we're not feeling emotionally perfect. Like, if we're gonna go out, yeah, let's get drunk. That doesn't matter. But
yeah,
like,
obviously. I think that's the other thing too. Is it's just you can so easily get caught up in a never-ending cycle where it's like, obviously you're not gonna feel good if you drank the previous day.
no.
And if you're drinking to then feel good, it's never gonna end.
Yeah.
You gotta just.
Yeah. Sometimes hair of the dog is taken too far.
Yeah.
And it's not good for like mental health, obviously. Like, it does not make you feel good mentally. And on the topic, you brought up me not posting, and that's not like because I've been drinking and I've been too like hungover to post. But what I am saying though is I have felt so insecure in my own body lately because I've felt so puffy and just like, and that's definitely from alcohol. And when I made my comeback on TikTok. It's Monday today. I like posted on TikTok and I'm back. And like, that's another thing. Like, I feel so insecure in my body right now. And when I feel this way, like, it's so tempting, like, to just completely like go ham, like cut everything out and be like super almost like restrictive for like the next month so that I can get back to where I am. But like, now I'm trying to just like, okay, I'm going to be healthy. And also it's okay for your body to fluctuate. And like, but like, that's, I mean, alcohol is what's making me puffy and what's making me feel uncomfortable to post. My job is to post myself, and it's really hard to post yourself when you feel like you don't look good, even though I know we're all besties here. Just needs to be a healthy moderation, and that's something that we need to work on. So if you too are struggling with this, because it's like, I feel like this isn't talked about enough, because it's not like, I wouldn't say like, well, I guess I would say we have binge eating disorder, but I wouldn't say like we have like a full-blown like alcohol problem or anything, but we definitely drink too much sometimes, and like, we definitely have a binging issue, and I feel like that's like an uncomfortable topic that's like not really spoken about. So if you feel like you do this, we're with you and you're not alone. And I think,
and that's the other thing, I think it's not like, I mean, obviously everything about this is so touchy, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't think it's that we have an alcohol problem. I think it's that we have a binging problem, and that applies to alcohol, which, haha, so funny. Yeah, it is a problem. I get it. But, like, seriously, just the same with food. It's like, we can't just have one margarita because we're craving a margarita. We have to, like, have a fun night out of it. And, like, when we have one, then we have two, then we have three. Yeah. And it's just, like, we can never be chill. And I'm not saying having 3 margaritas is bad, but it's not great to do that every time you have a margarita. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
That's where the binge component comes in. Same thing with food. We can't just go to a restaurant and share a pizza. We have to get pizza, fries, all those things, which isn't bad. Yeah, but it's in just combination like kind with of multiple drinks behavior, and just like it's not even because we want these things. It's just because we are craving the feeling of trying to make ourselves temporarily feel better. That's
oh my god,
why
was this last night? No, this is two nights ago.
If you bring up the pizza, I swear to God.
Saturday night.
I'm still mad about it.
I'm so mad about this. We like had sat in the sun and just felt a little gross. So we were like, let's go out. I really want to get like a pizza, like have a comfy pizza. So we go like to the Venice Pier area, because that's like we like never go there, and it's just honestly so fun.
And there was supposed to be, what brought us there, was supposed to be this amazing pizza place, but it closed.
Well, that wasn't on the Venice Pier. That was
it was right next to it. Yeah, it literally was.
And was it?
Yeah, and it was the street like right to the right where you went after your date down. But unfortunately, we found out on the way there that it had closed. Yeah, so we're like, oh, we'll just go walk around, look for a pizza place.
And then we found this terrible pizza place. I mean, it was bad. I don't think people name names.
Yeah, I don't know if people go there for pizza, but
they probably don't. But it just, then we felt so disgusting.
Like a microwave pizza would be much better.
And we got margaritas there that were so bad.
They were shocking, not to be rude, but like,
was so bad. Then
we orders a spicy margarita and it comes with cucumber? Pardon my interruption.
Yeah,
I was so mad about that as well. It's like, this doesn't even taste good. Why are you trying to make it healthy? Yeah. And why does it look bright green? I'm sorry, that sent me over the edge.
And then we tried to counter the bad feeling of the pizza and the margaritas with fries. Yeah. What the hell? Which just also made us feel worse. And then we were like, okay, this feels so bad.
We must make it feel better. water.
So then we went to go get a glass of red wine.
Yep.
Which made us feel even worse.
And this is when we said the binging must
This
end.
actually,
this is the exact moment we're
all
right.
We went home and we sat down and we had a talk and we were like, this is too much.
It was about 9 p.m. We said, let's sleep.
Yeah, and we did. And
let's start a new day tomorrow.
Yeah. But I think like going forward, I just don't want to go cold turkey on anything again.
No.
Like, because I think also, and this is like I kind of said this earlier, but like this is just how I'm feeling right now, and obviously like this is very triggering. So if this is triggering to you, like please like just go to the next episode. But I have like a really bad problem when I'm not feeling good about my body. I like want to get it back to where I want it so fast, and then once I feel like I'm back to where I like my body again, then I'm like, okay, let's go crazy again.
Binge, yep.
And so this time I just need to like, I think like the reason, and this is like really, really touchy, so I hope if this is triggering to you, you've gotten off at this point. But I think the reason my weight fluctuates so much and I feel so uncomfortable in my body is because I'm never just eating normal. I'm either really restricting or really binging.
Yeah.
Like I can't just like do it normal. And like, I don't know.
I'd say right now we are eating normal.
It's been 2 days.
I do think like it doesn't hurt to cut out alcohol for a certain amount of months if you need to get back on track, because I've done that multiple times and it feels amazing.
Yeah.
That being said, if you want to incorporate alcohol in your life, which at this stage in my life I definitely do.
Yeah.
Not in like a No, I'm sorry. I know this is touchy. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying like I have a lot of things that I personally
my birthday's in 2 weekends.
Personally, I know this is going to sound contradictory to the episode, but I know what having an issue with alcohol looks like.
Yeah.
I can see if I'm there and I can see if I'm not, and right now I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar and I'm just simply not there, and I can simply say I don't want to have wine.
Yeah.
Like that's
absolutely.
I know it sounds like I'm trying to convince I really can.
It really does sound like
I
know you.
Basically what I'm saying is right now I want to do it more so in moderation or on times where we have a reason to drink.
Well, that's what we were saying.
Rather
like,
than just like a nightly thing that I don't want to cut it out completely, because there are things I'm looking forward to, and I do look forward to those things.
Like,
just saying. And like if I want to cut it off, I will. I have multiple times before, but right now I don't want to. That's all I was trying to say.
The other night,
this just sounds like I'm trying to convince myself when I'm literally know that I'm not, but it comes across so weird.
The other night we went to the movies, and by the way, if you ever are looking for a dine-in theater, the Marina Del Rey one has the best pizza. Weirdly, the veggie pizza. Like I wanted
the whole pizza thing.
Yeah, I know, but once again, nothing wrong with eating pizza. It's just like one thing.
I know, but nothing topped that pizza is what I meant. Like we've been craving that pizza,
and
we keep trying to get it, and nowhere else has it.
Then we start eating till we're sick. Well, the other night we actually went out to pizza, and then we're gonna go home and order Pizza Hut because we were so pissed off, even though we were so full. Like
that pizza was just the demise.
I know, but that's not normal behavior. Like that is very.
That's true.
But like, anyway, and once again, I just want to reiterate a million times, this is like a very safe space, and it is, of course, like. Eat whatever you want. Like it makes you feel good. It's just don't do it if you're covering your emotions and you're doing it till
trust me,
you make yourself feel sick. Because we do it until we feel like the other night I had to have Celia come sit in my room with me because I was so full I couldn't literally move, and I was in so much pain. Like that is just like I don't want you to think that we're saying like oh my gosh, eat so healthy. Like,
no,
whatever.
I don't think anyone actually understands, and I'm not saying that in a pick me way, but like when we say that, like I just don't think, like even my own sister I think would be appalled. Yeah.
Well, it's not normal. And I just don't want anyone to think we're saying like don't eat pizza, because I that's not what we're saying at all. We're saying don't eat like 2 pizzas until you feel so sick you can't move.
We eat 2 pizzas all the time. That's not the right way to say it, but
well, we do eat 2 pizzas all the time. Actually, that's also not the right. I just like I hope
there's a difference between enjoying 2 pizzas because you're hungry for 2 pizzas and you're loving them versus force feeding yourself to try to feel something.
Yeah, and that's what we do. So I just want you should realize, like, we're not saying, like, oh my gosh, like, I would never, ever, ever want anyone to think I was suggesting that you stop eating, or even that, like, I don't think pizza's unhealthy. I think anything in moderation is, this is a very touchy, I just don't want anything to
I
come
think we
off the
both
wrong
just
way.
feel uncomfortable talking about this because it's like, again, just an odd thing to
and also I just, like, never, like,
classify
this is,
behavior as something when it just feels like our life.
But also this is, like, I always want this to be a safe space, and I don't want anyone to ever think we're, like, promoting, like,
no.
Because, like, I have ice cream every single night before bed, and that's totally fine. But to have a whole carton of ice cream before bed to make myself feel sick, so that I, like, that's...
There's a difference.
And once again, having a whole carton of ice cream, do it. But not because you're trying to hide your emotions and cover your emotions and feel sick. Yeah. So that's the whole point.
For sure.
I hope, like, that's coming across well. I'm just, this is, like, an uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm getting more in my head the more we go, because I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable or feel bad. Really, we just want to get across, if you have a binging problem too, like, you're not alone, and it's very definitely more common than talked about to try to, like, fix your emotions or, like, treat your emotions with food or alcohol in an unhealthy way. And I don't say, like, I don't have, like, a perfect solution to it, but I think in the future now, like, I don't want to run into this issue again. So, like, I think instead of restrict binge, like, I really am going to work hard on just being very mindful and just eating what I want to eat when I want to eat, not feeling bad about it ever, and, like, not, because, like, I think that's another thing we do. Like, sometimes we'll be like, ugh, well, we already ate so shitty, let's just make it even, like, worse. So, like, because we're already there. Yeah. That's another thing. We just need to, like, enjoy life.
Yeah.
And have...
It's, like, become super heavy.
Yeah. This episode?
No.
Oh.
Like, I feel like that's why it's like, okay, we're done with this.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden it just became, like, too much.
Yeah. No.
And this happens every time.
Yeah. But I think we, like, really realized, like, this past weekend that it's, like, actually a problem. It's not just, like, a funny haha thing we do. Like, it's actually, like, a genuine issue.
Well, we just realized we were on a month-long bender.
Yeah.
And it kind of just came to our minds that realization. It's just kind of a shocking realization when you have it. But I guess that's kind of why we are finally, like, talking about this, is because we're coming out on the other side. We're trying to do healthy habits and just change it, and it's okay. You can't look backwards. Yeah. Like, that's the most important thing. I don't think you can dwell in the past. You just have to move forward. Yeah. With healthier habits. There's no point in hemming and hawing about all the wrong. Yeah. You know?
I think it's just, like, I think my goal, I don't know about yours, but I just want to have a healthy relationship with food and not ever feel like I need to, like, restrict because I ate this much, or because I already ate this much, like, just make myself feel sick. Like, I just want to feel good and, like, give my body what it wants whenever it wants, eat whatever I want when I want, but not do it to hide the way I'm feeling.
Yeah. Which is really hard when you have years and years of practice of doing that.
Especially too, like, I think we're both the kind of, like, anxious when we feel anxious or stressed about something.
Food.
Like,
drink,
food is because it just makes you feel so much better.
Well, that's I don't want to say the issue, because I wouldn't change this for the world, but we both love food so much.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a great thing.
I just said, I think I wouldn't say that's the issue, because I wouldn't change it for the world. Yeah. But the way that it's, like, the one thing that will make us feel better is kind of where this can go south really quick.
Yeah. I have never talked about having, like, an issue with eating, and, like, this is not even, like, my own parents know this, but, like, in high school I definitely had, like, severe eating issues, and I don't think I ever fixed them. Like, I became friends with this girl who, like, had an eating issue, and she convinced me to, like, completely, very big trigger warning, like, stop eating with her. And sophomore year, like, it got to the point where I had my Fitness Pal, I had Tumblr Thinspo, I would take diet pills and laxatives, and I remember, like, when my mom would make me dinner, I would bring it up to my room, take a few bites, and then I'd literally put it in a bag and, like, spray it with something so that I wouldn't eat it. And then I would hide it in my closet. And then at the end of the week, I would grab all of my bags of food and take them and throw them away. And like no one knows that. And I think like, wow, it's weird because like once I got to college, I kind of just started eating normally again. But I think those habits, like that mindset doesn't really go away. So for me, I think it runs really deep with like the eating issue. This has like really become a very triggering episode. I'm definitely big trigger warning in the caption. But I don't think like really I've ever actually fully healed that mindset, obviously. Like I think anyone in my life would be shocked to even hear that I did that. But like in high school, I would go to the gym for like 2 hours a day and then not eat. And then on top of that, like my boyfriend would give me Coke to suppress my appetite. Like it was really bad. And he like encouraged it. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. It was not normal. And so I think this whole binging disorder now comes from like, I was so restrictive in high school. And I definitely still catch myself like wanting to restrict because I think probably for me, actually definitely for me, it's a control thing. As you know, I have OCD, and when I feel like things are going out of control, I either try to cope with that by like binging or restricting. And now I'm 27 and have never like even
26
almost when this episode comes out, I'll be 27 a week from now. My birthday's August 30th. But yeah, I've just never really dealt with that like ever. And I think that's something that sticks with you. So sorry to get so deep, but yeah, I would never say that I had an eating disorder in high school or I had issues with eating now, but I had a full blown like severe eating disorder in high school. I would just scroll through Tumblr Thinspo all day and not eat at all. Like it was not okay. But then on the weekends, I'd have one day on the weekend where me and my boyfriend would have like a huge binge day. And then I'd go back to like not eating. So that's probably, I mean, that's actually definitely where my issue started. And I don't think I've ever really, I've definitely never, there's like, there's been times in my life since where I've been healthy with food and there's been times when I haven't. But it's very easy for me to get in a cycle where I'm not being healthy. And I think, I just have a binge personality or restrict. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to have a happy medium. And for example, like when I feel myself binging, I feel so out of, like, it's such a weird thing because I binge to treat my emotions and my anxiety. But then binging makes me feel so out of control that then I want to restrict. So I think that's where like my problem comes from, really. It's just like a loss of control. And I think, I'm not speaking for you, but I think maybe you eat for like emotions more than like control.
Definitely not control, I don't think.
Yeah. Like mine's all about like, I feel like I'm like spiraling.
Yeah. I always just ate a lot. Always. And I think it's just become something that is comforting.
Yeah.
But I think I've just taken it too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oftentimes.
Yeah.
And same with drinking. Like, I feel no remorse drinking.
Yeah.
Same with eating until all of a sudden it's way too much.
Yeah.
It's like I have no gauge of what's normal, but I don't think it's a control thing. I think it's a feel good thing of practice.
Yeah.
Like, because I know it makes me feel good. I don't really know, honestly.
Yeah. Well, this episode got very deep, but if you are struggling with binging or restricting or like any unhealthy like eating thoughts, habits, it's unfortunately so common, especially as a girl in our society, that like I think even like the reason like you're feeling uncomfortable right now because you feel like you don't have any issue is because like it's so normal. Like,
well, this is what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, by the way. Because I think as a human being, I know myself.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I don't know how to explain it. This probably sounds like I'm way out of control, but I know myself. And like, for example, when my dad passed and I drank like a bottle of wine a day, that's what I had to do in that moment, and I knew I'd get out of it.
Yeah.
I've done stuff like this, for a long time, I know whatever I know. But it's like, when will I ever, and I hope that there is a point now that I'm really deeping it, just have a normalcy.
Yeah. Well,
It's
that's what,
always like,
yeah.
I'm just going to keep going because I'm going through this hard time. Like with any hard time that I'm going through, it's like, okay, I'm having a hard time. I'm going to be going through this for a while. And then once I'm not, then I'll just be like back to normal, maybe have a moderate, whatever. What's it called? Moderation.
Yeah.
But like, it never is.
No. Well,
moderation,
that's what I
that's
want so bad, is just normalcy. And like, maybe speaking from, I need a therapist for many reasons, but I feel like perhaps like for me, I need to go speak to a therapist to figure this out. 'Cause like, I think it's pretty deep. I mean, if I started being unhealthy with food when I was 14, I am now almost 27. That's unfortunately 13 years of like,
that's a really long time.
Yeah.
I think another thing for me is that when I'm super active, I do eat more in moderation, because I'm like I want to eat clean when I'm working out and stuff like that, but I go through really long periods of time where I'm not active, and then I just don't give a crap. It's like all or nothing.
Yeah. No, well, that's the thing about us, is we're very all or nothing girls.
Yeah. Like, I haven't worked out since before I went home, and I've been eating like shit ever since, pardon my language, because I just don't care. It's like, if I'm not doing that, then I'm not doing that. Seriously. I hate to say it. It's just true.
I think the whole
And I'm
point
like, when I work out, I'll eat clean.
Yeah. We need to find balance and moderation. I don't know how many times we're going to say that. And like, I am
this
like,
is kind of like a therapy session for ourselves too.
I'm actually scared to release this episode, because first of all, like, anyone close to me hearing that I like I'd spray my food with really perfume crazy. In high school. I've never told anyone that, so people are gonna be like, what the hell? Because no one knows that. But also, like, it's like, I don't ever want anyone to feel like
this is girlhood and this is girl house.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a normal part of girlhood, but we're here.
But unfortunately, it is a pretty common thing in girlhood. Especially now with the stupid Ozempic craze. Like, and then there's so much, like, there are so many creators, if you know, like, who are on TikTok right now, like, promoting what, like, is the thinspo of Tumblr.
It's actually crazy.
Like, and that's just like, there's like one girl, I'm sure you've seen her, I'm not gonna name names because I don't need to be doing that, but like, who will like just give tips on how to be skinny every day. And it's just God. And she has a huge platform, and that's just like, I don't know, that's like getting to be a very weird climate again. Like, skinny like, it's getting weird again. So I think I'm gonna wrap this episode up by saying, like, everything is all about balance, and life is so too short to like be restrictive, or like not allow yourself to enjoy food, or feel guilty about like eating something. It's really just like making sure you're not, and once again, like, I'm not telling you what to do, but life is just about balance. And like, I don't want,
that's something we're looking for.
We're looking for balance. And the main
not to make light of it all, but
with this whole episode though, I think I want to end it with just saying, like, I wish I could go back to my high school self and be like, bro, you're only gonna be in high school once, just eat what you want and chill the hell out. Like, life is too short, enjoy it. Food makes you happy because food is awesome and it's fun to eat. So like, do what you want to do.
Yeah, seriously.
On that note though, seriously, love you so much. And if you're struggling, our DMs are always open if you want to message us. And
I'm just so happy you're here. Like, I feel like we got really close this episode.
Me too. And
I'm just excited. Like, I'm not like saying this to promo Girl House. I'm just excited for the future.
Yeah,
like, this is just such a safe
promo Girl
space.
House.
No, I'm serious. I'm so excited to be here and to have this be a safe space and somewhere we can just chat about these things. We don't even know our resolution here. We just wanted to chat with you. Yeah. So I think like any topics that want to be discussed, we should discuss them. Because most likely, if you're feeling something, we've felt it, honest to God. And I'm not assuming all of these things. I'm just saying. Yeah. There's a lot of hardships people go through that we haven't, but I'm saying in general, like, there's a lot of universal things that we can. Yeah. I don't know how. Why am I a muck? This whole, I just feel like I
'Cause
can't
you're getting
speak
nervous.
because I'm nervous. But all I'm
Well,
trying
this
to
is the first
say.
time you feel like you've really, really opened up on an episode. It's uncomfortable when you do that for the first time.
Anyway, I'm just glad we can talk about these sorts of things.
I'm just getting nervous because my laptop's about to die, and we'll lose the whole episode if it dies.
All right, let's do it.
Confession time. Hi, besties. Okay, so I have a really funny confession for you both. This happened about 2 years ago during my freshman year of college in LA. I was newly single, very much ready to hoe around, and was basically willing to hook up with any moderately attractive man at that point. Don't recommend this. I also did that my freshman year.
Same.
Anyway, I was befriending a new friend group of about 8-ish people, and on the first Friday of school, we decided to go to the beach super late and drunk at about 11:30 p.m. We got there, and I was trying to assess the vibes and chose my pick of the litter, if you will. I started talking to this guy who was pretty attractive, and he asked me if I wanted to Uber back to campus with him. Being the excited lady I was, I said yes. We got back to campus, and he asked to go back to my dorm, which was the first red flag. Ew, I hate when men do that. And then once we got there, he asked me to rent us a movie. Oh
this
my
reminds
God, this reminds me so much of someone I know very well. For context, my roommate was out of town this weekend, so we had the dorm to ourselves. I ended up renting La La Land because duh, and if I was going through the effort of having him in my dorm, that I would pick a movie I actually liked.
Good for you.
Yeah, seriously. Anyways, we turn on this movie and he starts kissing me as if he is a soldier coming home from war and I am his wife he hasn't seen in years.
I love that analogy.
I really don't know how else to describe it. It was far too much for me, and immediately I hate when men come in randomly and just start aggressively making out with you. It's so, I hate that. It gave me the ick. I was perplexed and not vibing with him, so I tried really hard to de-escalate the situation by focusing really hard on our movie. This man would not shut the fuck up about asking me fuck-ass questions about why they were singing and dancing, which clearly means he had never seen the movie before either. He was genuinely struggling to understand the plot line, and I just could not with him.
Oh my God.
So I slipped away into the bathroom trying to figure out how to get this man out of my dorm at the ungodly hour of 3:30. It's bad trying to get
the worst.
3:30 a.m. I called my friend and told her that in 5 minutes I needed her to call me and tell me she needed me for some sort of emergency. I've definitely done that with you.
Yeah. It's always obvious though.
I walked back to the dorm and she called me as planned. She told me that her roommate, my best friend, who we can call Sarah, had blacked out and needed to get her stomach pumped at the hospital.
Oh my God.
I told this man and he immediately believed me, telling me he would walk me to her dorm. I really wanted to just get away from this man at this point because he was giving me the creeps and a really bad case of the ick, but he was very persistent. We walked to where I was allegedly supposed to meet her, and out walks Sarah, who he knows.
No.
She says, "Oh, hi guys, where are you coming back from?"
No.
Oh my God. I literally could not make this up, besties. This man fully saw Sarah in the flesh and blood, perfectly fine, hanging outside the dorms while she was supposed to be passed out, awaiting me to take her to the hospital.
Oh my God.
At this point, I made a beeline for the dorm that I knew he didn't have access to and waited for him to leave. He texted me later that night. I had a great time. We should do it again.
Oh
my God. Men are so weird. I'm really not sure when, why, where, or how he had a great time. But yeah, we were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Like when like men claim they have a great time and it's just like, how?
Yeah.
Like
literally.
Reading this all back, it makes me sound mean, but I swear to you, he was just really odd and gave me bad vibes. No, I've really been there. I have told the story to virtually nobody, so now here it is for you too. Moral of the story, don't hook up with strange, pretty men because they will have too much to say and it will not be fun for anyone, especially those of the frat sort. So true, bestie. I love you both so much. You are like big sisters to me. I am sending amazing energy and vibes to the girl house and especially Cleo, Luna, Ducky, and Vita. Aww. Love you, bestie.
Love you.
No, we were just talking like yesterday, I think, about like it's so weird how like men will say how much fun they had with you. Like
and we were wondering, like, is it just because they want to hook up with you, or do they actually just find you to be so incredible, but like even though there's not a single spark, like they love the idea of you, or do they actually think there was a spark? Like
the date I went on Monday was so fucking boring and he had a great time. And I'm like, what?
It just doesn't even make like a single. But then, and it's like, if this is your idea of like a good time, like how are you gonna have conversation for a whole life? Well, but the hard part is
I've had really great times with men who don't ever want to see me again.
Yeah. It's a tricky
so
one.
like it's just
Also, this just
In
reminded
the words
me.
of you're not everyone's cup of tea. That will just...
You love to say that quote of mine.
Because I just can't get over it.
This also is reminding me Rep TV is supposed to come out tomorrow. And I would just like to say it here first that I was behind that bandwagon and I believe in it if it's out by Friday.
Oh.
Just to prove to everyone that I
Okay.
do believe it will come out tomorrow. Well, the announcement for it. Sorry, that just came into my head and I just realized how excited I was.
Well, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
But
Let's hope. Jesus.
Well, we are so thankful for you to be here, and we can't wait to see you at the La Cabana event if you can make it. And if not, don't worry, there will be many future events. Like, we want to make this a common thing. And
if you get the merch, tag us so we can be
Yeah.
and see. Just saying.
And I just want to end this episode saying, like, number one, I am so thankful for you being here. Like, it's just, I can never feel alone. And, like, I was saying this earlier, but, like, it's just so lucky to have a group of people who are genuinely so supportive and sweet. Yeah. And, like, we are so grateful. And I also want to thank you for coming on the podcast because it's so much more fun with you being here and not sitting in my room like rambling by myself forever.
And thank you.
And like I'm
this is just amazing. And the amount of work that Callie has put in to getting us to this point, not to be like mushy, but she has done so much to get this through the screen, the rebrand, actually, I mean, 2 shoots, La Cabana event, everything.
Yeah.
All this. It's just so exciting that we're here.
I'm so excited.
And I'm so happy to be a part of it. So
yeah.
We love you so much. Like, actually, we like get so excited to film and like, what are we going to talk about? And just like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell them. Like, we have to film.
Yeah.
We literally filmed early so that we could talk to you. So
yeah. No, we were dying to talk to you. So
are just, yeah.
All right. Well, we love you so much. And we will see you next week officially in Girl House.
Yay!
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.